use it on himself. Yeah, I'm out of Fandaga. Let's go with Bisaga.
I didn't notice, but did you get better armor for Lunaf?
Good question.
In this dungeon? Because you can get the Genji gear apparently, but I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I did get the Genji helm.
But you didn't equip it.
No, I didn't. I thought it was for like ninjas or something like that.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Meteor Cast podcast with Leo and Mats, the podcast where we play games and talk shit. So yeah, it has now been, my controller died.
A good start, a delay and a dead controller.
Yes. I think is it the batteries? Well, we'll find out sooner enough. But
yeah, you got taken to another multiverse. That's why you're late.
Yes, exactly. I've been watching the latest Doctor Strange movie. You watched it earlier. You watched it on Tuesday. No, not Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. So 2 days ago.
Yeah. So we've been kind of doing that. But yeah, it's a great movie and all. We can talk about that, but before we do that, what did we do last? Yeah, okay. So, what did we do last time?
You finished up the Dark Knight, like the short dungeon there, and fought the ninja, and then you tried to beat Odin, but it didn't go that well.
Oh yeah, because everyone got slapped by...
Yeah, because he has that Sansetsuken move.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, we can either continue with the main story, but we could also fight some more summons. So we have side quests in the the first zone of the game. So we can go back to the floating island and do some side quests right now.
Yeah.
If you want to, and go back to old Bahamut and stuff like that. I don't think a Leviathan and Bahamut has any bullshit moves, I guess, like insta-kill moves. But I don't know if we are strong enough. But when I play this, I at least managed to defeat them at this stage of the game.
Okay.
So it shouldn't... Yeah, the floating island is in the corner of the map.
Yeah, I see that over there. How about this? I think it would get good if we just... We do one dungeon of main story, and then we try that, I think. That feels like...
where is the dungeon then?
Oh no, it's the wrong one. There we go.
We need to go to the eastern continent, the central part.
Yeah, it's still on the big thing that sticks out.
Yeah.
And we need this one because we need to traverse beyond the mountains. Is my guess. Yes. But yeah, it's once again been a while. There's been some sickness going on.
Yeah, I mean, we could have had the stream last weekend, but I wouldn't have been able to say anything, so
yeah,
it wouldn't be that fun. I lost my voice almost completely. Don't know if it was corona, but I guess probably. I don't know.
Yeah, at this
or
point
just a regular cold.
Yeah, at this point, if you get sick, it's corona. It's
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's corona or not, because you still need to be at home until you're like feeling well again.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, I've been noticed that I've been really stuffed on my nose. It's like I've been having like I had like the late. It was maybe like mostly yesterday. I felt like there was something like scratching like in my nose, like real deep inside my nose. So that made
Yeah.
me. So that may be really how do you say it in English? You got well, what's it called? I
called
can.
in Swedish.
I got really snuvig, as you call it in Swedish. I don't know what it's in English though.
Is it snotty or yeah? I guess I don't know.
Something like that. But
Maybe.
But yeah, I had to blow my nose a lot because it was
Yeah.
like it felt like I constantly had something in it that was like tickling, and it made my nose really stuffy. I guess we could say it's stuffed or something like that.
Yeah. What? I have never heard. What? Romy? What?
What?
Is that the English word for snuvig? What is
Romy?
that? Yeah, I have never heard that.
Okay.
Because I have never heard a word for that in English. So.
Okay. Well, the more you
Or
know.
you can just say sniffly or runny nose.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you can say something like that.
But yeah, I was having a runny nose.
Or sniffles.
Yeah, I'm having sniffles. So I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna be sick because I was gonna like we mentioned, I was gonna go to the cinema today. I was like, damn, I don't want to get sick now. I want to really see this movie. So, but yeah, next morning or this morning, I didn't feel anything, so that's a positive. So.
Yeah. I mean, I still got like sometimes during the day, like in the mornings and evenings, my like voice is a bit bad, but during the day it's usually it goes back to normal. But I mean, sometimes you have like problems with your throat a while after you have been sick. Or I
Yeah.
usually have that problem, so it's nothing new for me, at least. But I mean, it's not fun when you have been sick and then you still feel like you are a bit sick and then you get sick again.
Yeah, exactly.
That has basically been my April this year.
Yeah,
Like
now.
just feeling sick all the time, even if I haven't been sick, really, that
Yeah.
much.
And also now that it's basically spring and you have like you have like pollen
Allergies.
allergy, so
Yeah.
that's a big minus on that side also, for on your end at least.
Yeah, I mean now it's not that bad, but I mean maybe I don't know, maybe I wasn't sick, maybe it was just my allergies, because I think my allergies are getting worse by the years, over
Yeah.
the years, so yeah, I maybe have to consider like uh, getting some better medication or stuff like that. Because it's not fun to like feel like sick most of the summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Or spring and summertime, and then I also feel like during when the snow melts, I also feel a bit, because you have like, I don't know what it's called in English, but when the snow melts you have like the grass, something that gets on the grass and the ground underneath the snow, and that's something I also am allergic to. So
yeah.
I'm like allergic to like everything at this point
Damn.
in the nature. I mean, it's not confirmed, but I mean, I always get runny nose, and like I can feel my throat closing up at the same time of the year, so I can just guess that it's due to allergies.
Yeah.
But yeah, just contacting like doctors or getting some better medication, I guess. But sometimes that can take a while to get going.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, wasn't there also some kind of now I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this, but wasn't there like a vaccine for these for the flus? But I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they call it a vaccine. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it helps, but you need to take it like every 3 months. Like, yeah, you wait 3 months and then you take it again.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's just for a certain period, and then you don't have to take it, I guess. And I have heard people that has taken it, and it has worked for most of them. So maybe I just need to try that, see if it helps. I don't know if it costs money though. Probably.
Probably does.
Because like regular vaccines usually costs money. If it's not like super necessary, like the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
But I just need to talk with them and just ask all the questions, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's always like I just hesitate sometimes to contact. I don't know why, but it's just I just feel like it's a hassle to just get stuff. Like book times with like healthcare and stuff like that. It takes a while sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not much for like trying to call around, call to people like on the phone and stuff like that. I don't like talking in the phone usually.
Yeah.
So
Who's this? It seems my dark blade was too weak, but it may have been my destiny to be here to meet you. Take this with you if you wish to venture forth. Kotetsu.
wow, wait. Kotetsu again.
Yeah, I was like, wait, don't I have this already? Oh no, he disappeared. The curse of talk
was like that was worthless. I think it's worse. Or is it better than Ashura? Because Ashura is weaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
Well,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I have two
it was
of them.
better. Yeah, but Kiki, Ishi, Monji is better than Kotetsu, so yeah. They should be good.
Alright. Well, oh. I was like, why did I press that button? Why did I take up the menu? I'm too used to bringing up the map, but I don't have a map.
Yeah. Yeah, but are you considering changing the thief, or are you still gonna keep it for a while?
I'm gonna keep the thief for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I like it as well, so.
I mean, the thief does a lot of damage right now.
Yeah. I like when it divides, it's just spawns.
Well, this kind of sucks that it doesn't target, the Soul Eater doesn't target the ones that spawns.
Yeah, I mean, it just targets the enemies that are out when you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you command it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Just try to go all out. Let's see, let's use Courier. But yeah, we should probably also mention that we are having this stream 1 hour shorter
Later.
because
Yeah, shorter, yeah.
yeah, because we started 1 hour later because I had to come home from the from the movies. I was not expecting it to take that much time because I had to drive to the town that's closest to where I live.
Yeah.
And all that. But yeah, now we are here. And
Yeah, I have just been, like, when I waited for you, I have just been reading up on different games and stuff like that, so
yeah.
I got some things I can talk about, but
Yeah.
and I mean,
Chest.
yeah,
I want the chest.
you could have streamed in the car.
Yeah, exactly. I could have just streamed in the car.
I mean, don't you have Steam Link? Stream while you're driving and play Final Fantasy 3
Yeah, exactly.
at the same time.
Don't you guys do that?
And then the police stops you midstream.
Yeah. Hold on, Mr. Cop. I just need to defeat this boss before we move on.
Hold on, can we just stay here for a couple of hours? I need to finish this stream.
Yeah.
Then you can arrest me. And they're like, fine, we come back in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that was a lot of damage. But yeah.
Horse.
Yeah. But yeah, what did you think about Stranger? I was about to say Stranger Things, but that's a series with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I like Stranger Things too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has been like my most hyped movie for this year. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it, even if what I have read now afterwards, like, it has gotten a lot of mixed reviews. But I think it was. I liked it, even if I was super hyped for it. I thought it was like really good. I found a lot of stuff like wrong with it, like with the pacing and writing and like minor things. But overall, I really like enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I really like Sam Raimi as a director, and I'm a fan of Evil Dead, so I'm a bit biased when it comes to his movies, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I get his style of directing, and I think that was also a point in the movie that like a lot of people didn't like, because it was a bit like really different from a regular Marvel movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, a lot of things are hard to talk about without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it lived up to the hype for me, at least.
Yeah, I must say that while I was watching the movie, there were some parts that kind of didn't make sense, in my opinion. It was a lot of stuff. For example, it was just some characters just doing certain stuff that was like, come on, you could have done this differently, more or less.
Yeah. I mean, I think I know what you mean without like you saying what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there was a lot of moments where people were like, or some people were just like there was something serious happening, and people like someone changed, like there was a chase scene, and they were just standing there. I was like, why are you standing there? Just fucking run!
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, the scene was really great and all, like it conveyed the moment, or there was like, well, you can see that this is like made by a by someone that has been making horror movies. Because there was a lot of horror elements in this movie, which in my opinion was not a bad thing, because it really added it added a different pacing, or not a different pacing, but it changed the pacing, which was great in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a really like fast-paced movie, because as soon as the movie started, it just kept going. Like it never really stopped for the whole like duration of 2 hours. It didn't really stop, and I mean that I thought that could be seen as a negative for the movie, because it never really got the time to breathe properly. And I don't really understand why it was only 2 hours, because most Marvel movies are like 2.5 hours, and I know that this movie has a like longer cut, so I don't know really why they decided to do it like in a shorter cut. But yeah, maybe if they ever release the like a longer cut of the movie, maybe I will understand why it's like shorter in a way. Maybe it wasn't like good with the pacing overall, like the longer version, I mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, exactly. There are some tranquilizer. Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't agree with that to some extent. I just think that like if I'm gonna be a little bit harsh on the movie, it didn't really feel like they had. They were like it felt like they didn't really have a special meaning that they wanted to convey. I mean, there was some, but it was still it didn't really go through. In my opinion, it was a little bit like held back, I guess. Is the word.
You mean like thematically, like what the movie was, like the moral of the movie or stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly. It's like they didn't have a clear moral on the story. It was more of a the movie felt like you mentioned, it's quick paced, and they went from it went from 0 to 100 really quick, more or less.
Yeah, I mean the movie starts with an action scene.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Immediately when it just starts up. So yeah.
Yeah, and then they instantly go, okay, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. But I also think like people have been saying like, oh, this is really like a horror movie. It's like really, I mean, it's the most violent Marvel movie to date, I think. But I mean, it's not really horror, like all in horror, because I mean that would really. It wouldn't really work in the MCU, I think, to go all in on the horror, at least with this kind of movie, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, some people have been just like hyping up the horror elements of this movie way too much, in my opinion. But I mean, Sam Raimi has also done like the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, so he has done both like a lot of horror, and he has done superhero movies before, and it feels like you can see a lot of both the Evil Dead movies and the Spider-Man movies in this film.
Yeah.
I thought. And I mean, maybe sometimes I mean, if I'm also gonna be a bit harsh with the movie, sometimes maybe that could detract from like Doctor Strange and like the whole Marvel, like how they usually structure their movies, because it feels more like a Evil Dead or a Spider-Man movie than a Marvel movie, like MCU movie, if that makes sense.
Yeah. There is a lot of cool things happening in the movie. Also, it's like uh, to make things a bit more on the positive side. It was like you never knew what to expect on the movie. It was always something. God damn it, my controller died.
It likes to die.
Yeah, okay, it has low battery. Wait, I'm just gonna get the charger.
The struggles.
Oh boy. I mean,
The horse is impatient. It's like, come on already. Kill me.
I wanna die. I wanna fucking die. Here we go.
I mean, did Odin's horse have that many legs?
I don't know. I didn't.
Because
I
it
didn't pay
it
attention.
should have.
Yeah.
But I don't think it had it. It's weird because they have this enemy, so why not use the same like model? I don't know. I need to double check when we fight him again.
Yeah. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So in
yeah.
the Stranger, no, Doctor Strange. Why am I always about to say Stranger Things instead of Doctor Strange?
Yeah, it's similar names.
Yeah, but in the Doctor Strange movie, they really do. You never know what to expect on the movie. It's like it keeps you on your toes. You never know what's gonna happen. There's a lot of surprises to be had on the movie, more or less.
Yeah. And I mean the whole like multiverse thing, I think it's just a fun concept to have that. I mean, a lot of people have been like worried that they don't think it's a good idea to go all multiverse because like it's gonna be a bit messy. But I think as long as you can do whatever you want really, but as long as you like contain it in a way, at least in the story you're telling in a particular movie or TV show, I don't see a problem with that, because I mean you could, if you go all crazy like in one movie and just do a lot of random shit, then it isn't really good. But I mean, so far they have been like containing the stories, even if it's about the multiverse in some way.
Yeah.
Like the previous movies and TV shows that has dealt with the multiverse so far.
Yeah, it's like one thing that I noticed that is a big problem with the Marvel movies is that basically after, or no, they have, for fuck's sake.
I mean, we have Race.
Oh yeah, we have Race. We do, but he will faster. Yeah, I think this will be faster with Phoenix. Oh no, I guess you can use attack. This fucking sucks. See if this works. Let's see here. Race. Okay, I have 4 of them. Oh, let's use one. But yeah, like one issue that I have with especially the Marvel universe is that, I mean, they had this before Infinity War also, but it feels like there's a lot of movies that are dependent on each other. Of course he's gonna do fucking that, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's like better if they die to just wait until there's one enemy left, I think. Because you still get all the XP in the end, so...
Well, Lunef doesn't. If he's dead.
Yeah, if he's alive, yeah, but... Yeah, but it's a bit annoying when you get stuck in. I mean, it doesn't even have to be like only this game, because we had like similar problems in the first Final Fantasy. I mean, it's just annoying to get into this loop of like you resurrect and die all the time.
Yeah,
And
but
that
here,
happens a lot in these games.
yeah, but in this game especially, it's like, or I don't understand the logic. Like, I know how the code works, but it feels dumb that they attack the one that gets resurrected when, like, I make my. It's like, it feels like the enemy should have the same logic as the player, because the player chooses, or they make choices towards the enemies that exist in the plane at the moment when I make my choices. Then I think that I think as a designer myself, I would think that, okay, the enemies should not attack the player who's getting rest.
Yeah, I mean, in this they just attack the ones in the upper part of the row, and I mean, you kind of need to have your melee like fighters or jobs in the top of the row, because then they will only attack like the mages all the time.
Yeah, but
so it's a bit weird that they like. I understand, like I would also like them to have the same logic as the player. That would make so much more sense now when you say it.
yeah, exactly, because because right now when I make my selection, I only have I can only select the enemies that are available to me right now. So if I resurrect Lunef, the enemy should not be able to select Lunef as a target because he's downed.
yeah. At least for that turn.
Yeah, at least for this turn, like, god damn it. I'm because for me it's a waste of resource to rest him.
Yeah, and use Phoenix down all the time.
Yeah.
And you like waste your MP on that.
Exactly. So it's a resource. It's a bad resource management in that way. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, I was about to get really mad and quit the game if that happened again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why they want you to do like side quests and stuff like that, because you would be higher level in this dungeon.
I mean, the fights has been easy for now, like.
Yeah, I mean, it just gets stuck in this. I mean, we always get stuck in these bullshit scenarios. It doesn't matter which level, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. I already used the item with Dingus. I guess. Oh, let's heal Dingus. If if she gets the time to do it. I do notice that they get less HP at least when they divide. Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. So what were we talking about?
Yeah, Doctor Strange still. But I don't remember what we were on about that right now.
I remember talking about about you needing to watch the multiple movies in order to understand.
Yeah, right. That's a problem, because like I told you beforehand that I asked you if you had watched WandaVision, because I mean, if you haven't watched WandaVision, it's a bit like, I mean, I guess you still could understand, but it would be a bit confusing. So I just showed you like a recap of what happened in that show, just to get you on track. But I mean, and we talked about this like yesterday as well, but I think it's like a bit weird that you are kind of dependent on the Disney Plus shows when it comes to some movies. I mean, for example, Shang-Chi and the like Legend of the Ten Rings, you don't really have to watch anything, because that's like a new origin story. Like same for the Eternals. But for like the other ones, you kind of have to watch the Disney Plus shows going forward, because you have had so much development in the shows beforehand that you won't see in the coming movies because they have already done the development, like character development.
Yeah.
So that's a bit like weird. Like I think for the fans that aren't like hardcore into the MCU, like they have to watch everything all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah,
But I was gonna say that even though I haven't seen was it Scarlet? Is the name Scarlet Witch on the series, or was it
no, WandaVision.
WandaVision? Yeah. Even though I haven't seen WandaVision, I most likely would never watch it either because I never had an interest on the series to begin with.
Yeah.
I never had an interest on the character either to begin with. To be frank, I don't like that character. Not before or after this movie, especially after this movie. I did not like her as much anymore after that either. I'm just gonna check that I didn't miss anything here.
But I mean, the only Disney Plus show you have seen is Loki.
Yeah.
But that you wanted to watch, like
I wanted to watch that because I like Loki as a character, but I didn't I didn't like Wanda as a character because I didn't know not that much about her, or I haven't like I mentioned to you yesterday, I haven't even seen Civil War.
Yeah.
The only time I've seen Wanda was on Age of Ultron and Infinity Wars, and that's it. So I didn't have any connection with her.
And I mean Endgame, I guess.
Yeah, and Endgame. She was in Infinity Wars and Endgame.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the problem with Wanda as a character is that they didn't really do that much with her character development in the movies she has been in. It's like only until WandaVision that they actually started to develop her character and show more about how she feels about different things, and you see a lot of things from the time in the movies, like the previous movies, that you didn't see in the movies because they didn't show that for some reason. But in WandaVision you get to see like how she felt during Civil War and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean that was really missing from the movies because they didn't really have the time to flesh out all the characters. I mean that's understandable, but that's a problem with the Marvel movies when you get a lot of characters
exactly.
in the same movie.
I mean, I think it's the same thing with, for example, Captain Marvel. I have non-interest in Captain Marvel whatsoever. Especially because I didn't think that the one movie that's about her, I don't think it was that good.
No, I mean, I didn't mind. I liked her movie, but I don't really connect with her character.
Exactly. It's like exactly. It's like it's an okay movie, but there's like no one can really relate to that character in a way, kind of.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate, but I mean, I have seen a lot of people that don't really relate to her character, but because I don't think she gets to do that much like emotionally with her character and her backstory. It's just stuff that has happened to her, and she is always like kind of stoic in the movie, I think.
Yeah.
And it's weird because she was like brainwashed or got amnesia and all that, and she barely reacts to the stuff in the movie, like I feel like.
Yeah.
When I watched it. And people have like blamed Brie Larson for not like playing the character in a good way, but I mean I have seen her in other movies and she's a really good actress. So it's just more how they have written Carol, like Captain Marvel, as a character, more so than
Yeah.
the actress.
Yeah, exactly. I did not see anything bad about her acting in the movie. I think it's just it's most likely the direction of the character that wasn't great, wasn't that good. Like, it wasn't portrayed as good as you would want it to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think it's like I do want to see more about Captain Marvel, but as things stands right now, I don't wanna go on a movie, like go to the cinema and watch it. I would rather, like, if one day I have time, or time to spare, like an evening, and I can get it on a stream service or something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, because I think also, like, in Infinity War and especially in Endgame, she wasn't really that influential to the story.
I mean,
in
she
the
just
game.
showed up and fought for a couple of minutes
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the game.
Exactly, and there was no building up for her either. It was I mean, I guess I could understand that they didn't really put that much focus on her, because there
Yeah.
was a lot of other characters in the Endgame that had their conclusion in that movie, more or less. So it's kind of understandable if they get a bigger spotlight than her. And I hope that at least that I hope that they will add more. I hope that they will do something about her character in the future, and we'll see about that.
But I also have felt like, I think in a way I really like the Disney Plus shows because they actually have the time to give like good characterization to the characters that they don't really have time for in the like movies sometimes. So in that sense, I really like the Disney Plus shows because you get to know more about the characters and how they think. And right now, like the beginning of this phase of the MCU, it has almost been all about the aftermath of, like, everyone has like lost people, and after Infinity War and Endgame, and you get to really like see them go through like depression, and like Wanda also go through like a lot of PTSD, and she has lost everyone and all that. So I mean, it's hard to show all that in a movie, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, then you only have to focus on like Wanda, or only focus on like one specific character for it to work, or maybe one or two characters at least.
Yeah.
But it's still bad that you have to like watch the Disney Plus shows to understand what's happening in the other movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Going
not
forward.
only the Disney Plus show. I mean, it's just, if anyone just want to,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
other movies as well.
yeah, other movies and all that. I mean, if I like I mentioned, I didn't want to actually watch WandaVision, or because I was not interested in the character, but I watched Loki because I was interested in in that character. So it feels like they want people to watch everything, even though there are certain characters that they don't want to focus on. I mean, there will be, like, for example, I haven't watched all of the Captain America movies. I haven't seen Winter Soldier. I've seen the first movie, but I haven't seen Winter Soldier or Civil War for
Oh,
that
the
matter.
best, one of the best Marvel movies, and you haven't watched it.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem is because I haven't really been interested in Captain America.
Yeah.
So it's like I've been interested in Iron Man. Iron Man I like. He was one of my favorite Marvel characters, or he still is one of my favorite Marvel characters because one, he's a good Robert Jr. What's the name again?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. I think he's a really good actor, especially as Iron Man. But he's most likely not gonna be Iron Man anymore if someone hasn't watched Endgame at this point. But
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about Endgame at least.
yeah, I mean,
that's a couple of years now already. So
yeah, but still, it's like things happens in Endgame that turns out that he won't be Iron Man anymore. You can probably
I mean,
guess
he
why.
could still show up, I guess, but in some way, I mean, we have the multiverse now, but
Yeah,
yeah, maybe he won't, probably. But I still think, yeah, I mean, you have been like lucky in that sense that you also you are more interested in like Guardians of the Galaxy,
yeah,
like those
exactly.
characters, and like now before they have been kind of removed from the other movies, like the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Like you don't need to watch anything prior to that in order to like get the movies, what they
Yeah,
are about. But now if you want to like continue to follow Guardians of the Galaxy, you need to watch Thor: Love and Thunder. You need to watch like the Christmas special that's coming out this year, because if you don't watch those two, you won't understand what's happening in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
yeah.
And I mean, I think that's a bit harsh to those people that aren't super fans of the MCU.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
maybe they don't even know that there is a Christmas special that you need to watch to understand the
Exactly.
third movie.
I didn't even know about it until you mentioned it yesterday when we were talking.
Yeah, because the people that aren't that invested in the MCU won't like pick up on this news
Yeah,
because it's not in their like news flow, like flow, their news flow.
yeah,
In social media and stuff like that. So yeah, but there's always like problems when you have a big interconnected like film series or whatever you want to call it, multimedia franchise.
yeah,
It's gonna be a bit messy when everything is connected in some way.
yeah, exactly. And I would like them to. I mean, I understand that because they got a huge they got a huge success on Endgame, and I understand that they want to try to build up even more after Endgame, and they want to try to aim towards another Endgame, like a Endgame threat of
Yeah.
encounter. But at the
But
same time,
and they're also like they're doing it as slowly as they did with the older movies. Like it took like over 10 years to get there,
yeah.
or like 10
But
years. So yeah,
yeah, but then in the end, also like most of the threats that the MCU are making are these so big world-ending threats. Like they're doing that constantly. Like there's always a world-ending threat happening
yeah,
for every movie right now. So it kind of it can either hurt or I think it just sooner or later people will catch up on that and they will go like, yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care what kind of threat they're facing because it's always the same, more or less.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I really enjoy like when they do like lesser villains in a way, like more
Yeah.
grounded villains, because then it's like, yeah, the world isn't ending this time.
Yeah,
I mean, that's more interesting sometimes.
I mean, as long as the characters are, as long as the main characters are being threatened in one way or another, it's interesting to the viewer. I mean, you don't want or the main, if the main character is having troubles, there will be something interesting to watch, because I mean, it depends also what it is they are showing, but
Yeah.
most of the times, if there is a threat, as long as the threat is aimed towards the viewpoint of the character you're following, it should still be interesting, because it still adds tension to the story, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I really like about like the Netflix shows that's now on Disney Plus. But like they have moved them now. But in like Daredevil and Jessica Jones and all those shows, it's like the villains are really grounded. It's just like they want to like make like New York better. Like the villain wants to make New York better, or they don't really want to. Like some other villains just want to have a good life, but they do it in a bad way, and it's a more personal threat than like, oh, I want to blow up everything. So it's like it feels like it's more personal villains for the like main characters, and that's
Yeah.
always more interesting than like everyone against one villain, because then it's not really that personal for everyone in a way.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
not everyone, if you have like 20 characters, not everyone are gonna be like personally connected to the main villain. It's just like, oh, he's a bad guy, of course we need to kill him or stop him
Yeah,
or stuff like
exactly.
that. And yeah, that can be a bit tiresome after a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're still going strong with MCU, so
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like it's not to say that all of the MCU movies are bad. I mean, I think that most of them are good, for at least those that I watched. Even I'm complaining about this because I think that sooner or later people will get bored of it, if they just continue
yeah,
making the same thing. Because I do like evil. Like if the bad character has more emotional attachment to him, it will be more interesting story, in my opinion. Because if you get to see their point of view, it will become more of less like you will, if you can feel some kind of sympathy for the evil character, the better, because you will feel like, yeah, if you feel like, yeah, the bad character is right in a way, it's like they have what they're saying is right in one way, but what they're trying to do is wrong. Like it's just morally wrong, or it
yeah,
is wrong in the main character's perspective, more or less.
yeah. I mean, I think that's why I really liked Thanos, even though he didn't have a personal connection to everyone, because like a lot of people have said, he felt like the main character in those movies,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Infinity War and Endgame. So I mean, of course he's not like doing the right thing, because it's a bit messed up to want to like delete half the universe, but he kind of has a point as well with why he
Exactly.
wants to do it, because of like resource management on the different planets in the universe and all that. And it's not like he just gets that out of thin air, like his motivations for like deleting half the universe, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he tells them like, hey, I've been like he's taking something from experience, from his own experience, and
Yeah,
he applies it to the whole universe, and be like, yeah, everything that has a society is fucked up, basically.
yeah, yeah.
And
Because we are too many people.
yeah, there's way too many people. We are basically killing planets, basically,
Yeah,
and he's not wrong about it. However, committing mass homicide by deleting half of the universe population.
Or I mean
is,
genocide. It's basically
genocide. Yeah, genocide is better. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not homicide. It's genocide.
Yeah, homicide. It's a bit less. I mean, it's still bad, but
Yeah. But you get my
Yeah, but
point. It's like
Yeah.
it's bad. It's like, hey, you're wrong. Or like, hey, you might be right, but the way you're trying to solve the problem is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that about like villains, because I'm a big horror movie fan, and in most horror movies the villain is usually just like a monster. It doesn't really have like a connection to the main character other than, oh, but you have bad luck, now you have to encounter this like fucked up creature or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they still manage to make it interesting. It's more like how they portray the creature, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
In those movies.
I mean, Alien is a great example. It's like you have this unknown creature that no one knows about. Like, I haven't watched Alien, but I know know enough about Alien to know what's happening in that movie.
It's so fun because now it's my turn to say, haven't you watched that, or haven't you played that, or stuff like that.
There's a lot. I mean, that's been basically this whole episode. You being, oh my god, you haven't seen that?
Yeah, but I so rarely get to do that with people I know, because everyone's like, why haven't you watched that? And I'm like,
exactly.
Well, I'm not that interested in that, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't watch everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I know the plot of Alien. I mean, I have seen Alien versus, Alien versus Predator. I have seen that one, so I know the concept of Alien. And I do actually want to see it though, because I do think that it's. I heard good things about it, and even though I'm not a big horror genre fan, I'm still. I can still watch horror movies. I mean, we have watched horror movies from time to time, and I like them. It's because it's like people. I think people are underestimating horror movies. I think I'm about to say, but there's another word I'm trying to come up with, but I cannot get it in my mind. But
yeah. But there's a lot of different kind of horror movies as well. So people only think about like, oh, this is just cheap movie making, or this is just like, oh, it's just something killing everyone. Oh, it's so boring. But I mean, not every horror movie is like that.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean,
underestimated.
They have substance.
That's the word.
Yeah.
So a lot of horror movies are getting underestimated because there are good horror movies. People think that horror movies are all about the jump scare, or some people think it's about the jump scares and making you feel scared. But at the most times, I think that a good horror story, I mean, a horror story should make you feel scared in a way, but a good horror story will still give you more than just scares. It will give you emotion, like it will give you an emotional attachment in one way or another.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I'm more interested in like psychological horror in a way, because it's like that's something you can relate to in a way if it gets like in your head, like how would I react in this situation, because it's like easier to relate than, oh, it's just a monster. I mean that could happen in other ways in real life with other people, I guess. But I mean, I like how they make it more like the monster is in your head, or it's like it's more like developed than it's just like a random monster just showing up for no reason.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I like it more. I want to have something behind it as well, like a meaning or purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
For existing.
Yeah, exactly, because so what I wanted to go with, like for example, Alien. Alien is a perfect example of like a monster that you don't really get an emotional attachment to, but it's still a good horror creature because it is, even though it is a monster, it's still an alien. It is a species that lives in like from outer space. It still has its own primal instinct that it's following, and it's like it's basically it's like meeting like I mentioned. I haven't seen this movie, but I can imagine that it's like facing a lion head on. Basically, you're trying to
Yeah.
you're trying to fight a lion with your bare fists, and you don't even know how, and you don't know anything about lions. Like you don't know
Yeah, I
how
mean, you don't know how it will react, or you don't know like uh how you possibly like you don't have any weapons, so how could you like deal with that basically?
yeah, exactly.
You don't just have to like try and outsmart it, but I mean in real life a lot of animals like predators are really smart. Like they know how they are gonna get you in a
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
So you just have that's like the scary part about Alien, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I want to watch that movie, because of that's how that's how I think at least it will end up, like from the premise that I've been given from especially from, for example, from the game. And oh no, Dingus is gonna die, isn't he? Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, the design of the alien is really like phenomenal as well, and that's
Yeah.
makes it even more scarier, I think. But I mean, it's just a like you told it. It's really like a simple concept. Like you could just have like a human and an animal, and you could make the exact same movie. But when you elevate it like to horror and sci-fi, you can make it even better in a way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like we know what a lion is, but
Yeah,
imagine now that you meet a lion, or you meet like you're meeting an unknown creature. Like no one knows what it does, what it is,
yeah,
what is its instincts. Is it friendly? Is it hostile? At this point, probably people will know that it's hostile because it's killed basically a lot of people on the ship.
yeah. But you can't communicate it with it
Yeah, exactly.
either.
You don't have a way of communication. Uh, so yeah, it's just like concept wise, like just knowing the concept of things. It's a great idea from the get go. Um, and I heard, like I mentioned, I just heard good stuff about the movie, and I want to watch it so that I can experience that that on my own.
Yeah, and I mean, I really like all kinds of horror movies. I mean, I like the B horror movies as well, like the really bad ones because it's just hilarious to watch. Uh, as well as like horror comedies like Evil Dead and stuff like that. I mean, it depends on the mood I'm in, but I really like to like embrace the entire genre of horror, and mostly like the entire genre of like fantasy as well, because I think it's more interesting than just being stuck in, oh, I only watch medieval fantasy and that's the only thing I ever will watch,
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
just fun to like broaden your horizons in a way.
I mean, sooner or later it will get boring to just
Yeah,
go with one thing. It's always good to have variation and be interesting in multiple stuff. I mean,
yeah.
if you really like something, oh, I'm getting stuff here. Oh yeah, this was the Fang of Earth.
Yeah, we found it, the Fang of Earth.
Hooters break their ethereal, eternal seal, not ethereal. Dark shadow attacks you. Oh no. Oh my god. Looks sick. Wait, what was his name? Hecaton Share.
Yeah.
Damn. Is it gonna split? Become multiple?
No, I don't think he will.
Let's see if he has any weak points.
Oh yeah, it's from Greek mythology, the name.
Yeah, I could get that, but I was like... No
yeah,
weak points.
I'm
Okay.
just looking up what it is in Greek mythology.
Yeah.
It's basically like, let's see, like giant,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, I have seen Attack on Titan, it doesn't scare me.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, of course, for some people, like, you are comfortable in only like having your thing that you like watched like different movies with the same premise and stuff like that, and that's not, it's not, there's nothing wrong with that, I think. But
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, for me at least, it's just more fun to just explore a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are some people that... Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. You do be hurting now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Item. If yeah. I guess I'll just heal everyone. He can still light zap him. No, not attack. Cure on yourself. But yeah, it's yeah, it's just good to have.
No.
At least he got to do something before he died.
Yeah.
And now he dies probably. No, okay, he didn't die. So yeah, I forgot what I was going to go where I was going with this, but
Okay.
I got too distracted on this boss encounter.
He's too sexy.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get... I'm gonna do one more from Daga, and hopefully she can get the race in before Luna uses the high potion.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm worried about Ark.
Oh,
Okay.
don't die now.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Come on, Ark. You can do this. No, he didn't die. God damn it. Okay,
Will you
Dingus.
manage this?
Okay, Dingus.
Oh, well, you have a lot of elixirs.
Okay, Dingus. I don't care if you die. At least you can save Ark, our main DPS. And hopefully I can get in a high potion on you. If not, at least Lunaf will use it on himself. Yeah, I'm out of Fandaga. Let's go with Bisaga.
I didn't notice, but did you get better armor for Lunaf?
Good question.
This dungeon? Because you can get the Genji gear apparently, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
I
even
did.
think about that.
Yeah, I did get the Genji helm. On the...
But you didn't equip it.
No, I didn't. I thought it was for like ninjas or something like that.
Oh.
I was thinking with my ass and not with my brain.
We talk too much in our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I was paying attention to what I got, but I didn't really think about. I didn't really think. I didn't really pay attention to what class it was for.
Yeah.
Man, this boy has a lot of health.
Yep.
Yeah,
And now Dink is gonna die.
And Luna.
Oh, and Luna.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Okay, maybe this works?
That doesn't work.
How do you know?
Well, it's an insta-kill thing on a boss.
Absorbs life, tranquilizer, inflicts paralysis, creates a rift to another dimension.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Like, it's like teleport into.
Okay. Man, Ark had full health and he's already down on
Yeah.
less than half. Okay.
He doesn't really have a particular weakness either.
No, he doesn't. Let's do this. Fuck, I only have one left. Okay, I think I say that one. I use Phoenix Down on Dingus. And this is now when he dies. Okay, no. Still lives.
And now Dink is gonna die.
For fuck's sake. Probably Ark too. Oh, oof. Nope,
No!
Ark is dead. Fuck you.
Oh, this is not gonna work.
It's so annoying that the boss gets 2 rounds. It's like they do much damage and they get 2 rounds. It's kind of bad design, in my opinion.
Yeah, they didn't get that in the original, so.
Oh, they did not?
Nope. That's they have made like the 3D versions of 3 and 4 a bit harder.
What the fuck? Oh well. Why am I even trying? Why am I even trying? Why did I even do that? Okay. Let's see. Let's use Elixir on Refia.
You should use like a protect, I think, or
Well,
just try to hurt him a bit more.
Yeah, I was thinking to try to hurt him a bit more, but I need to like heal Refia every second. How much does... Wait, I have Arioga. Okay, will he die by Arioga? I don't think so. If he does, then great. If not, then well, fuck me.
What?
Yes!
What?
I told you! I knew he was low on health! For fuck's sake!
This always happens.
This always happens! God damn it! This is why bosses should not have the upper hand. It's like...
But I mean, it's always... you always, like, with the last character standing, it's like the game knows that we're playing a podcast. or streaming a podcast at the same time. It's like... Oh, fine, you don't have to lose any progress.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's...
Yeah, we have to go back to Doga's Manor. I can't wait to see Ane and Doga again. I was just in the middle of drinking water.
Oh my god, I wasted an elixir for that. But hey, it was worth it because I defeated the boss.
I mean, we got like 4 elixirs in like the previous dungeon, so it's fine.
Yeah. Alright, well, everything got restored because I defeated the boss.
Yeah. And now it's basically just like picking a summon you want to fight.
Oh boy.
I mean, you already know the deal with Odin.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. I guess we can go back to the to the beginning.
To the floating island or
Yeah.
continent.
Exactly.
Let's see. At least the summons have weaknesses.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the right way? Oh yeah, it was.
Really annoying jumping around.
Yeah.
Maybe just faster to go in this one.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, but yeah, I also looked up like before the podcast that Evil Dead, the video game, is coming out. It's next week. So I'm thinking about buying that, but it's a genre of games that I'm not really that familiar with because it's basically what genre is it even? Like it's like Dead by Daylight, like when you fight as like 4 survivors and then one player plays like the monsters or the killer. What even is the genre called for those games?
Good question. I don't know myself.
Let's see. But I mean, it's that kind of a game, but it made me interested because Evil Dead, and also that you are actually fight against other things like deadites, like zombies and other monsters and stuff like that, and that you actually have like weapons and yeah, you can get a lot of different weapons as well, so it's not like you only run around and are scared of the killers all the time.
Yeah.
It feels a bit more interactive, like you can do a lot of stuff. And also it's just like a multiplayer game that me and my sister can play together. So
Yeah,
that's also a
exactly.
reason.
Oh yeah, maybe
But
I need...
I just hope it's gonna be good, but it looks good, alright, like for what I have seen.
Yeah.
And I still think I will enjoy it because of I will get all the references in the game.
Damn!
I just hope they make like a good like single player story game of Evil Dead, because that would also be awesome to have a really good like horror game in that franchise as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that releases on Friday the 13th next week. And yeah, of course I need to get PlayStation Plus because I can't really play that game on my computer because my computer isn't good. It's like 10 years old now, so my computer won't manage. But I was really happy it's crossplay because for some reason Sony in particular has been really like against crossplay between consoles or
Yeah.
platforms, and I'm just glad that it's possible with this game because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to play it with like anyone I know. Because that makes it more like accessible for like friends as well, because not everyone has a PlayStation or PlayStation 5 in particular to play on.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wish that it wasn't like the whole cross-play dilemma wasn't a thing at
Yeah.
all when it came to multiplayer games.
Yeah, exactly. It is an issue, especially about like copyrights, or not completely copyrights, but some people or some companies doesn't want to. It is a competition, more or less,
Yeah.
on the marketing strategy part of things. So, So I understand why companies don't want crossplay, because then it's like, well, they won't buy our console if they can't play or if they can't, or if they can play the game on another console. But at the same time, it is kind of contradicting, because it feels like, well, I will not be able to play with my friends, and I'm kind of against having to buy 2 consoles at the same time, so I won't do that.
Yeah,
More or less.
I mean, if you have a good PC, then that's like much easier because most people have a PC. But yeah, right now I don't really have like the economy to buy a new PC, so like it makes it easier for me if I can play the game with others on the PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it all depends on finances at the moment.
Yeah. Man, Dingus is fucking killing it. Doing maximum damage constantly.
I mean, we should just have stuck with the starting classes jobs and just run through the whole game with that party.
I guess. But it's also fun to just try out the other classes.
Yeah. But I mean, all the like late classes or the last jobs you get are basically like upgrades.
Yeah.
So.
Can't wait to get Ninja. If that is a thing. I mean, it is quite a long... Like, after the 3rd crystal, it's quite a long way until you get the 4th crystal.
Yeah, I think they're like hyping it up.
Yeah. White Musk.
Yeah, you had Black Musk. That was insta KO. What is White Musk?
Deals light damage.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have stacked up 1 healing potions. Oh well. Not that it matters that much.
Yeah.
Not now. Side
yeah, and some other news. Like, we haven't really talked about that they are like taking away the ability to add funds on the Nintendo 3DS eShop.
Oh yeah, it's
I think
basically
it's like in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's basically dying now. the
Yeah.
3DS.
I mean, I think I have like gotten basically all the games I want for the 3DS, and I mean you're still able to download them later on.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue right now.
Yeah, wasn't it also that you can still buy from the web shop? It's just that you cannot...
maybe that you can just add a code in the system later. I think it's just that they're stopping funds, but I mean they're slowly like shutting it down basically. But that's I mean expected.
Yeah, because I think it is that you can still download games that you own, and you can still... I think it's that you can still add like you can still go to the Nintendo web shop on the computer and buy from there, if I'm correctly. I could be wrong also on that part, but I think there was like still a way to get games for the 3DS in a way, because I mean,
let's see what they said.
Because it is fundamentally the reason why they need to shut it down is because it costs money to keep the servers up, and it's a payment that they don't get any, because there are no players, or there are players, but because there are not as many people buying stuff from their online shop, it's kind of a net loss for them to have the servers up, because they don't get money from it.
Let's see, they said as of May 23rd, 2022, It will no longer be possible to use a credit card to add funds to an account in
Yeah.
Nintendo eShop on Wii U or 3DS family of systems. But you can still like use the eShop cards after May. But in August they take away the ability to use the Nintendo eShop cards as well. But you can still redeem download codes until late March 2023. And then in 2023, it will also no longer be possible to download free content, including game demos. Furthermore, as this date draws closer, related services will cease to function. So in March next year is basically when they're like shutting down completely. So it's still a year away.
Yeah. I need to make sure that I have all my games downloaded. I'm pretty sure that I have most of my games downloaded, but I still need to make sure that everything's completely...
even after Mars next year, you can still re-download like DLC and stuff like that. So that's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's just like if you want to buy stuff like games, you should do it like now, basically, or like until March next year. So you still have like a year to like look up if you want any more games for the system.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good to hear. Because we like talked about like the theater, what was it called? The Final Fantasy music, like rhythm games.
Fair Rhythm.
Yeah.
I think it was Fair Rhythm.
Yeah, Final Fantasy and like Curtain Call, because you like were interested in those now recently, right?
Yeah, exactly. I do like my my rhythm games, and those are Final Fantasy rhythm games, or the rhythm games of Final Fantasy music. So I always wanted those games once they got kind of announced. However, I didn't want to buy them at full price for some reason. I was a poor boy back in the day. But I could, you can still buy physical.
Yeah.
I'm looking at physical copies that are properly maybe will... Oh wait, no, I went the way I came from. Oh no. What's that? Vinland. Okay.
Oh, it's another like rare anime, I guess.
Hopefully not. I don't want it to kill me. Let's see if it's...
It's just a sexy behemoth.
Sexy snake. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is probably... I mean, with the music going on also.
She's like, I need help, I broke my arm. And you're like attacking her.
Well, she's pretty dead. I mean, already pretty much destroyed her.
Ark is like overkilling her.
Yeah. I was too nervous. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, okay, it's not a rare encounter. It's just a...
Okay, nope.
Just a typical enemy.
Yeah, but and also regarding like the 3DS, they said, I think it was during this week sometime they announced that the Switch has overtaken the 3DS lifetime sales. So now the Switch has sold more than the 3DS has ever sold in amount of units, that is.
Consoles or...
number of consoles sold. Like during the lifetime of the 3DS compared to the Switch. So Switch has sold more right now.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's up to... Right now they have sold like over 75 million copies. No, 79.9 million of the Switch.
Damn.
And the 3DS was 50 million, approximately.
No!
Uh,
Fuck. I hate when I accidentally press guard when I was supposed to do something else, press something else.
So it has overtaken the Wii, the 3DS, the Wii U has only sold like 13 million. And then you have the Nintendo DS is still above. It has sold like 83 million consoles.
Damn.
So it's still a bit away from the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
But it's still very impressive, I think.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it was. I mean, I think the Switch is really huge, especially like considering that it's kind of it is a hybrid from like portable and the TV console, because it's just such a good it's just such a good console, because you can take it with you anywhere, you can play it anywhere, you can have it on TV. It's just the greatest console invention that's ever made, I think, in my opinion at least. Now, if only Nintendo were a bit more open about having better better how could you say it, like better hardware, it's called.
Yeah.
Then I would it would be even better, because as of now it has a lot of hardware limitation that makes you not be able to make as much or it is still possible. Oh, win. Okay. The thing the healer uses.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Mega Flare.
Uh-oh. I think Ark is gonna die.
Everyone died.
What? Well, shit.
Oh god.
Okay, Bahamut.
I think I need to have dragoons. It feels like dragoons are its solution to everything.
Let's see. Evoker is good if you already have Odin and Leviathan, but we haven't defeated them yet.
Yeah.
Your Dark Knight and Viking are good, but we don't have a Viking.
Why is Viking good? What does Viking do actually? I don't.
I mean damage, I guess.
should
The
try
Viking
Viking.
can provoke the enemy. The ladder can provoke the enemy, so the light armored characters can keep doing their job. But then we haven't really leveled up the Viking.
I wanna try out Viking a bit quickly. 4 battles, that's reasonable.
I like that it's just a stereotypical Swedish Viking.
Yeah.
And then they also recommend like Bard or just a white mage.
Should I have a shield or just 2 weapons? Maybe do more damage with both weapons. Let's try that.
They don't mention how you should handle Mega Flare at all, so it's just like you just have to get good.
Yeah, I think if I did more damage, I guess he was close to dying when he did Mega Flare. Because it feels like...
Yeah, I mean, that's usually like, oh, he's low on health when he uses his big move.
Yeah. But it's even more bullshit that he can do things twice. Like all other bosses.
Yeah, that fucks up. Like that has fucked me up a lot in this game as well.
Yeah, let's beat some easy enemies on the low level area. Just see what the Viking is all about. How much time do we have left? Okay, we have about 30 minutes.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we can try again, or just try another summon.
I mean, I want to go and see Leviathan and see what that's about. I guess Leviathan is weak to lightning.
Yes, and there's also like a dungeon before like this one, but I don't think it's that long either. The dungeon is to the west of Castle Argus. Let's see. Which level are we at right now with the characters?
Let's see, I think I was at around 30 something. Let's see here. 38.
Oh yeah, we are a bit low leveled right now. We should be at like our 40s, yeah, like the start of the 40s, so not really. We have just a couple of levels underneath that, but yeah. We should manage.
I would say let's just continue with the story then. If we are.
I mean, the story is harder than the summons right now.
Oh really? What?
Yeah. So that's why they want us to do like the summons right now to just get more. But I mean, if everyone dies except the healer, then we're still not gonna get that much experience. I guess for the dungeons before.
Well, I guess I got more levels while I was doing the dungeon. I just died from the boss, so now I'm back at where I was. Because I'm like, I'm 39 with Refia. So
yeah, let's see what is the main story right now. Oh, you need to go back to Doga's manor.
Yeah.
But they recommend the Viking in the story as well.
It could be good to try it out, at least.
Yeah, they don't recommend like Black Mage and White Mage at all. They recommend Viking, Dark Knight, Bard, and Evoker. But I mean, I think they recommend Evoker because they have gotten all the summons and we haven't gotten all the summons for the Evoker.
Yeah. I mean, I could try out the Evoker, but...
yeah, but then we need to go back to like the Summoner Village.
Could do that. Could. I just need to go... Oh yeah, they don't have the higher level potions. But
because they say both Bard and Evoker. Do we have the harp that heals?
No, I don't think so.
Let's see.
Which harp is
because
that?
both Evoker and Bard can heal. Let's see.
Because I mean, if the Bard gets the... If we can get the one that heals, that's good, because then we can just have the Bard, or then we can have Refia be the Bard instead of...
Dream Harp restore all party members based on their max HP. Let's see.
Yeah, I only had the Madhura Harp and Loki Harp, so... I mean, if we, I guess we could go and... I mean, we need to buy more harps, and then we need to also buy some summons for Evoker.
Oh, the healing harp is in the last optional zone of the game.
Oh. Then never mind.
So that we can't get that. Let's see. So we have Dream Harp. How can Bard heal again? I mean, they can do that in the Pixel remaster, so maybe that's what they mean. No, Dream Harp. I looked at the wrong harp. Let's see. We can buy it in Duster, so we can actually get it. So it's just in Duster. We have been there before, but it's outside the floating continent.
Yeah.
And then we have also Lamia Harp that can damage enemies as well. And that is also in Duster, and we should have enough money, I think.
I mean, I wasted money right now on learning more
How
spells.
much money do you have?
Not enough, is my guess.
No, you have money for, you can't even buy one harp.
Yeah, but I need to
They cost like 20,000.
Yeah, I need to sell some stuff anyway. I got way too much stuff in my my inventory.
What did you buy now? Because I looked at the guide.
I bought some healing spells for Rifia. For White Mage and Black Mage, and I bought Quake also.
Yeah, I mean, the spells are still gonna be good when we get the newer jobs, so that's never bad, because we'll get like upgraded jobs. But do you still want to try out Bard?
Yeah, I want to try out Bard. I mean,
yeah,
I
because
think
you still have the magic left, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Bard is really good because you can still like switch around the equipment without wasting a turn. So Bard is basically have as much harps as possible, switch around the harps, use their abilities, and then switch around whichever harp you want to use, basically. Let's see, do I need Royal Sword? No, it's kind of weak at this level.
And I mean, Viking is kind of good, because then you can just get enemies to actually target a character you want them to target.
Yeah, exactly. And they seem to be a bit more tanky also. So.
Yeah.
Let's see what more. Yeah, I have all these tomes that I'm not using.
I mean, you can sell them if you think you're never gonna use Scholar, because you can buy equipment for them.
Yeah, I guess I could just lightning damage, ice damage, fire damage. We sell one of them so that I at least have some.
Or I guess you're never gonna use the claws.
Oh yeah, the claws I'm never gonna use. That's free money. That one is bad.
Aren't those for?
Yeah, but I
Viking?
have better. I will stuff for him, so. Thunder's Bear is also not as good anymore.
I mean, basically all the harps, like there are only 5 harps, and you can get the 2 of them in Duster, and then you get the last one at the end of the game. So there's not that many more harps to get, really.
Okay.
So it's 12. 12,000 gil per harp, and so 24,000 gil. And right now you have that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much the summoner spells cost, but they weren't that expensive, I think.
Looking how Rusty Mail. Well, that's not good.
I like the evoker name in Japanese. Genjutsu Shi.
In Mage Rope I'm not using anymore. Far West Dragon Mail, all other things that's below 30. Ice Armor I don't use anymore. Yeah, these are not good anymore, not those either. Gauntlets, yeah, they're not good. There we go. Okay, let's try to buy some. I'll go and rest. Then we'll go and buy some bard stuff.
Bard stuff and summoners, evoker stuff, I guess.
Yeah. See, I can change the job right now. So let's try. Free battles. That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on if you switch from magical to physical jobs, then it's gonna be a steeper curve.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, he still uses stuffs.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh, we had pretty good. It was basically the same equipment.
Yeah. There we go, and then we'll... So, first the summoner.
Yeah, you just need to leave the continent. Just fly over the edge.
Yeah. What?
I guess, yeah, the summoner town was at the top, right?
Yeah, over there. I can just go down, and it's...
Yeah.
Then I'm there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how the evoker works, because I never tried it out.
Alright. First in. Guess it's here. Hey, yo, give me some
Yep.
spells. I guess he just... Hey, achievement.
Yeah.
There we go. And then we... Let's see here. Magic, I guess?
Yeah, then you just need take away sleep.
L2, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah, you need one free slot for every level.
Yeah, I don't... I guess from... I don't know.
I mean, thunder spells are good for Leviathan. But
Yeah.
but I mean, if you're still gonna use evoker, it doesn't matter. But yeah.
Yeah. Spark. Viper.
Yeah. And then you have like the 3 summons that you fight are the higher ones.
Yeah.
But you can't really use the higher tiers anyway right now. You still need to level up a bit.
Yeah. I guess so. Alright. Let's go outside and try it out. The enemies here should be easy enough.
Yeah, I think.
Whee!
Attack me! Or you can just go and yeah, you can try it out and then get the bard stuff, and
Yeah.
then it's easier to just level.
Oh no, back attack.
Oh, not auto battle.
Ow. Let's see, Viking. Summon. Escape!
No.
Oh, I wanna try Titan. Magic.
Yeah, they said Titan is kind of good towards Bahamut.
Okay. And he was weak
Some
to
reason.
air, so...
Yeah, but Titan isn't air.
Good question. Blobber.
I guess he just hurts.
Oh,
But I mean, it's random if it's physical, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's random. They have, every summon has 2 abilities, so it's random which ability you get.
Oh, okay. Give me combat.
With the summoner, they only have like damage.
Let's see here. I guess I'll try that. Magic cure, I guess. Hit me. Miss! I like the hat the summoner has.
Yeah.
It looks just... It looks stupid.
Shiva!
Okay. There we go. Alright, let's go and buy some... Damn, I'm tired.
Yeah, harps.
Harps.
I like that our primal hunt was basically going to the supermarket and buying them.
Yeah.
We just tried to get them, and then we gave up and just went and bought other summons.
Yeah, exactly. We could not hunt for them, so we went to the supermarket to buy them from the hunters instead.
Yeah.
Let's see, here it is. I had those two.
It's the Lamia and Dream Harp.
There we go.
And Dream Harp is the one that heals. Lamia does damage, I think it was.
Alright.
It's based on the party's max HP as well as the enemy's max HP, like when you damage them. So.
Okay.
But Dream is healing.
Let's try it out. Can he? No.
No, that would be weird. Because you need to play the harp.
But wait, so
you play the harp with another harp.
Yes. And then we have White Robe or the West. And let's go with that. Okay. Oh yeah, and probably sleep. I could just go to my ship and sleep for free, but I mean, I guess this inn need to make business somehow also.
The innkeeper is like, are you sure you want to sleep here? Yes, why? I mean, he points at the ship.
Yeah. Don't you live there? No.
Think about, I mean, I guess it doesn't really use fuel, the airship, but it's just on all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Hello.
they never land it.
Yeah. Let's see, Ramu. Let's see here. So sing. Hey, yeah, it does heal a little bit. Was it like depending on their missing HP, or was it straight out?
Yeah, let's see. Otherwise, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I thought.
That also like nothing.
Yeah. It restores all party members based on their max HP. Oh. And the Lamia Harp, it damages all enemies based on their current HP, so I guess if they have more HP, they take more damage.
Yeah.
But that sucks that the healing wasn't the same.
Yeah,
It's
it feels
just
kind of...
based on their max HP.
Maybe it was just because they didn't really have that much HP, like, to heal. Maybe it was that low. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, we also haven't leveled up the bard, I guess. Yeah, it's dependent on job level as well.
Oh, okay.
So that's a reason as well. I mean, white mage is level 52.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, white mage is a bit better at healing right now.
yeah, it's just because we haven't like used the jobs.
Yeah. But well, we will see how our adventures will turn out on a later time, on a later date. So I think we shall end the stream right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you wanna take it? You wanna point out, or are we?
No, I think we're done for today. I mean, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
At least.
exactly. But yeah, well, we'll have to end it short there. I mean, this is basically just back to to the hours that we used to have.
Yeah.
Which is 2 hours. But yeah, hopefully we'll see when we can go next time. Hopefully it will be next week. But if nothing else, we will see you another time. My foot is stuck on the wire that I'm using for this controller. But yeah, make sure to follow us if you haven't already. And go check our YouTube channel for older episodes if you want more. And we have a Twitter page also there for news and updates. So,
yes, I always try to write when we have decided when to stream.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. But other than that, we'll just have to see you on the next episode, more or less. So
yeah.
Have a nice day, night, whenever you're watching this, more or less.
Yeah, bye everyone.